Today, I've got some incredible news that's going to change the lives of millions of seniors and beneficiaries across the country. Bernie Sanders has just achieved what many thought was impossible. His groundbreaking bill for $2,000 stimulus checks for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA recipients has finally been approved. If you're wondering how this affects you or your loved ones, stick around because I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this game-changing development. You might be asking yourself, is this really happening? Are we finally getting the support we've been fighting for? The answer is yes, and it's happening sooner than you might think. This unprecedented move comes as a response to the mounting pressure from advocacy groups and the harsh economic realities facing our senior citizens and disabled Americans in today's challenging times. Let's dive into the details of this historic bill. Bernie Sanders, along with several progressive lawmakers, has been pushing for this legislation for months, arguing that our most vulnerable citizens need more substantial support to cope with rising inflation and living costs. The bill specifically targets Social Security recipients, Supplemental Security Income (SSI) beneficiaries, Social Security Disability Insurance (SSDI) recipients, and veterans receiving VA benefits. But what exactly does this mean for you? If you're currently receiving any of these benefits, you'll be eligible for a $2,000 direct payment. This isn't just a one-time thing either. The bill includes provisions for potential recurring payments based on economic indicators and cost of living assessments. This is huge news for millions of Americans who have been struggling to make ends meet. Many of you have been reaching out, asking about the timeline for these payments. According to the latest information, the distribution process will begin within the next few weeks. The Social Security Administration and Department of Veterans Affairs are already gearing up to handle this massive undertaking. But don't worry, if you're already in their system, you won't need to do anything additional to receive your payment. One of the most common questions I'm getting is, will this affect my current benefits? Let me put your mind at ease. These stimulus checks will not impact your regular monthly benefits in any way. They're completely separate from your usual payments and won't be counted as income for benefit calculations. This means you don't have to worry about losing any of your current benefits or having them reduced. The impact of this bill cannot be overstated. Think about it. For someone living on a fixed income, an extra $2,000 can make a world of difference. It could mean catching up on medical bills, making necessary home repairs, or simply having a bit more security in these uncertain times. This is especially crucial given the recent increases in everyday expenses, from groceries to utilities. But here's something you need to know: there are some important eligibility requirements. To qualify for these payments, you must be a current recipient of Social Security retirement benefits, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits. The bill also includes provisions for certain income thresholds, though these are generally set high enough to include the vast majority of beneficiaries. I know many of you are wondering about the tax implications of these payments. Good news: just like previous stimulus payments, these $2,000 checks will not be taxable income. You won't need to report them on your tax returns, and they won't affect any other benefits or tax credits you might be eligible for. Here's another crucial detail: if you have dependents, there may be additional benefits available. The bill includes provisions for supplemental payments for those caring for dependent family members. This is particularly important for grandparents raising grandchildren or disabled adults with dependents. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Honestly, there isn't one. This is the result of tireless advocacy and recognition that our seniors and disabled citizens need more support in these challenging economic times. However, there are some important deadlines and procedures you'll need to be aware of to ensure you receive your payment promptly. For those of you who receive your regular benefits through direct deposit, you'll get these payments the same way. If you typically receive paper checks, the same applies here. But here's a tip: if you haven't already, consider switching to direct deposit. It's generally faster and more secure. Let's talk about the broader economic impact of this bill. Economists project that injecting these funds into the economy will have a significant positive effect, particularly in communities with large populations of seniors and disabled citizens. When people have more money to spend locally, it benefits everyone from small businesses to service providers. But what if you're not currently receiving benefits but think you might be eligible? This is a great time to check your eligibility for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits. The approval of this bill might make it even more worthwhile to apply if you've been on the fence about it. One aspect that's particularly impressive about this bill is how it addresses the needs of different groups. Veterans, for instance, have specific provisions that acknowledge their unique circumstances and sacrifices. The same goes for disabled individuals who face additional challenges and expenses in their daily lives. You might be wondering about the timing of these payments in relation to other benefits. The good news is that these stimulus checks are being coordinated to avoid any disruption to regular benefit payments. The Social Security Administration has already begun updating their systems to handle this additional distribution efficiently. For those of you concerned about future economic challenges, here's some reassuring news. The bill includes provisions for potential additional payments if economic conditions warrant them. This forward-thinking approach helps ensure that beneficiaries won't be left vulnerable to future economic downturns. I want to address a question many of you have asked: what about Medicare and Medicaid recipients? If you receive these healthcare benefits along with Social Security or other qualifying benefits, you're still eligible for the $2,000 payment. These healthcare benefits don't affect your eligibility for the stimulus check. Here's something important to keep in mind: scammers often try to take advantage of situations like this. Remember, no one from the government will call, email, or text you asking for personal information or fees related to these payments. If someone does, it's a scam. Report it immediately to the appropriate authorities. The implementation of this bill also includes measures to help those who might have trouble accessing their payments. This includes assistance for homeless beneficiaries, those without bank accounts, and individuals in care facilities. No eligible recipient will be left behind. For those of you who help care for seniors or disabled individuals, make sure to spread this information to them. Many people might not be aware of these coming payments or might need assistance in understanding how they'll receive them. Community support is crucial in ensuring everyone who's eligible gets their payment. Now, let's talk about what you can do to prepare. First, make sure your address and direct deposit information is up to date with the Social Security Administration or VA. This will ensure your payment arrives as quickly as possible. Second, keep an eye on your bank account or mail for the payment. They'll be clearly marked as federal benefit payments. If you're wondering about the best way to use these funds, consider your immediate needs first. While it might be tempting to save it all, remember that this money is intended to help stimulate the economy and provide relief. Pay off essential bills, make necessary purchases you've been putting off, and then consider saving what's left. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that this is a developing situation, and there might be updates or changes as the implementation process moves forward. The best way to stay informed is to follow official government channels and reliable news sources. Don't rely on social media rumors or unverified sources for information about these payments. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on any new developments regarding these payments and other important benefit news. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit from this information. Knowledge is power, and everyone should know about these coming payments. Remember, we're here to help you navigate these changes and understand your benefits. Drop your questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them in future videos. Also, consider joining our community on social media where we share daily updates and helpful information about Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to take action on the information I've shared today. Update your information if needed, stay alert for your payment, and most importantly, be aware of any scams. Together, we can ensure everyone gets the support they deserve. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll see you in the next video.